Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you according to your time zone. Wherever you are watching from, you are welcome to this program. We are live and we are direct. The time is 23 minutes on top of the hour. 23 minutes on top of the hour, regardless of where you are watching this broadcast. If you are joining us, share the video. Regardless of where you are. All right, we are okay. If you are joining us, share the video, click the like button wherever you are joining us from. Share the video, click the like button, and I want you to invite everyone. This time around, we are going to do something. I know what we are going to do. It is actually to tell our people the truth, to speak the truth, because it is only truth that will help us in the quest for freedom. I know many people does not want freedom, while many people does not understand what freedom is all about. People are in denial of their truth. The reason why people are in denial of their truth, not even, it's just few people. They are in denial of their truth because that truth is the only thing that scares them the most. I know that Facebook will continue to oppress us because Facebook operation is now going to, bizarre. But while you are joining us, share the video, click the like button for the algorithm to do the sharing. Likewise, YouTube, because we are not only suppressed on Facebook, even on YouTube, one is being worse. So, but we continue. I want you to share the video. We have a very important and interesting topic to treat. And this topic we are going to treat, I know that many people, they are in denial of the truth that I am about to tell you right now. Many people are in denial of it. I want you to invite them, those people that are telling you different things just because they believe that menana and ordinana. First of all, before we begin, I want us to actually know exactly what is the difference between omenana and ordinana, rather. What is the difference between these two things? Before we proceed, because what we are talking about, I want you to know so that when these people who call themselves Omenana and Ordinana people are presenting their stories and their mythical stories, which they formulated themselves, the only reason why many of them are formulating these stories, it is for them to continuously desecrate our land with their Okite and their Ogwego and all this Arusi that brought about doom in our land. That is the only reason why when you speak the truth to them, they don't want to accept it. But that's not going to litter us, not going to, take us back. One thing we need to understand, what is the meaning of Omenana? Omenana simply means Ohazulukwete. Omenana simply means Ohazulukwete. That is Omenana. It is not, it is quite different from Ordinana. Omenana is the amendment or addendums to the norms, customs, good norms, and value system of the land. Omenana is the addendum to the good norms and value system of the land. Whenever we come online, most of the reason why we are being pushed down by Facebook, it is when each time we come online, because the devil is very scared to hear this truth. They will start suppressing it, they will start reporting the page. But if you continue to click the like button, we will make it there, because when they report, Facebook drop people, and once they drop people, they will no longer find the page until they check what exactly is the reason why this page is being reported. That's what they do, but it will not make us to stop. Very, very importantly, I want you to see what I am saying here, that ordinana simply means Oha Zulu Kwete. Oha Zulukwete. That is ordinana. In every land where you are domiciled, in every place where you are, there is ordinana there, which is the law, which is the way the people are doing things. But today you can call it constitution. Today you find the ordinana being a constitution, which is, if ordinana is a constitution, it has its own, discipline and have its own, belief. Now, the discipline in the constitution, which is Ohazulukwete, which is called ordinana, is that if you commit some atrocities, this is how we are going to deal with it. Now, which is the belief of the ordinana, is that people will grow, will now gather together and say to themselves that nalose afabutelu, so years or so day, that alose is not doing anything good for them. It is no longer profiting them anything. That is exactly what ordinana means. Now you come omenana, omenala. Now when you come to define what is the true meaning of ordinana, ordinana simply means the good norms and value system that is actually done, that is already there, that must be maintained. Your heritage. That is ordinana, your heritage. What you inherited from your ancestors. Anything that is done by your ancestors, you inherited it from them, that is called ordinana. It was there before you. But anything that is people gathered and implement is called omenana. You gathered and implemented it. So people can at least gather and implement something that is going to destroy you. People can as well gather and do something that is going to desecrate the land. That is the reason why whenever we come to our history telling, we come to this omenana and ordinana, we differentiate what we are doing. Because of course, they call themselves ndo omenana. That is the reason why they will gather and implement new things that is even going to be a problematic event in future in our land. That is why they call them omenana. Omenana is when people gather and start saying we are going to start to igwo kite. Omenana is when people gather together and say that we are going to implement dibia. We are going to bring alosi to this land. We are going to bring idol. Alosi means idol. It is arrow. It is a curse. We are going to bring idol from somewhere and bring it into our land. So that is omenana. That is the reason why you see people like Matthias Ezako and Ndomena Ibia. That is the reason why he left his, philanthropic work that he was doing. He went to interfere in the history telling and the belief system of Igbo land, which he is actually uninformed about. That is the reason why you see him opening a church after castigating the church of Christianity. He opened a similar church, and there is something our people don't understand. There is something that has been problematic in our land, is that when people say, nah, this is our own, no, this is, you cannot see an evil thing and you say this is our own because it is done by your person. No, let's adopt it. It is our own. Or when I criticize Ebukobi for worshiping idol in the name of Christianity, you say, no, don't criticize him. It's our own. No, this is our own. We must. If you cannot tell your people the truth, there is no other person you will be able to tell the truth. So that we must start from our own to discipline ourselves before we go out there. Very, very important. That is the reason why you see Matthias Ezak, even many people whom you think they are intelligent, whom you think they know something, you will find somebody who is going to bring something that is going to be a problematic event in future. You allow them, you support them, because we are actually in a quest to restore our dignity, to restore our ordinance, to bring back our ordinances. And you will decide that no, since this person has introduced something that is, against what they have lied to us and gave to us, as long as he introduces his own, it doesn't matter, it's our own. That is wrong. It isn't taking up, it won't take us anywhere. You see, this thing of is our own, it will never take you anywhere. Inabata na some video biko o. Inabata na share the video. Share the video. I know, we must speak this truth, and we are going to speak this truth. We are going to speak it in a way that it will sink in to the ears of the ignorance, because ignorance is a disease. Ignorance is our problem. Our people are ignorant. Lack of information keeps us ignorant. Lack of information keeps us ignorant. That is the reason why we need more people to join this broadcast. We need more people to join this broadcast so that we will see people we are going to instill the knowledge of the truth into them. We are going to instill the knowledge of the truth. I want you not to miss any part of this broadcast. We're going to be here only 2 hours. If it is extended 2 hours, it is not going to be more than 2 hours, and I hope so. And if we see the number high, we will finish it earlier, because sometimes we delay so that people will get in the truth, because half truth is a dangerous one. Half truth, is very dangerous, because when you hear half truth to this side, you might go there and hear full lie that is mixed with some of my half truth you heard. It becomes a problematic, stuff for you now, and that is exactly what has been destroying us, and we will not allow such thing to be inherited by our posterity. So now, when you are joining, share the video, click the like button, share the video, click the like button as we are proceeding. Now, going back to it, you will see that these people are castigating Christianity today. These people in our land that made it a mandate to castigate Christianity today, they are not castigating Christianity for the sake of telling you the truth of where you're supposed to go. But instead, they are castigating Christianity so that they will implement another thing that will look similar to what you know, because they will wear a red cap chief tenses, and they will come to there, they will play oja, they will play ojuwewu, they will do all this, all these things that you used to know around you. Maybe if all these things you will know. These people, it is a format, I am telling you. All these people that will come and tell you that are the Ndomenana in our land, they are creating a format of how they are going to milk money out of you. That's what they are doing. Because none of them is aware of our ordinana. The only thing that they are doing today is to make sure they create something. As long as it has somebody wearing a red, as long as it has somebody playing a gong, ogene, as long as it has somebody who is playing a chaka, and as long as you have people who is dancing omena and a dance, then you will believe, that is how our ancestors used to do it. That is how they used to do it. It is a full package of lie. that is garnished with what you are familiar with, just to start exploitation, financial exploitation. That's exactly the only drive they have. Criticizing what you called Christianity today, it is something that when you are doing it, you do it in truth and honesty. Many of you have come to my comment section calling me a religious fanatic. I am not religious. I don't believe in religion. So I don't know why many of you are calling me religious fanatic. Of course, because you are so scared of the truth that I am telling you, because it itches your ears. It is bitter to your ears. That is the reason why when I talk about the way I talk about my own stuff, you will think I am defending Christianity. I am not defending Christianity, because Christianity came with the colonizer. Christianity came with, slavery. Christianity came with captivity. So why should I stand to defend it? But the truth about it is that the book that they use to back their activities up is a book that belongs to my ancestor. So why would I reject Christianity and reject the book of my ancestor? Which it is important for us to know that in the wrong hand, that book of your ancestor is going to do a lot of damages. You cannot take some of the truth and leaving some behind. If you want to look for your truth, be holistic about it, bring it on and take it home. That is very, very important thing we need to do. That book you see that they have called the basic instruction, which is known as Bible. The book you see that is called the basic instruction, which is known as the Bible, was written by my ancestors in different manuscripts, was made available in different manuscripts. That is the reason why there was a compilation process, there was translation process. In fact, there was compilation process, and then there is translation process. Who was the people who translated our ancient language? It was our people who helped in the translation of this. Just like you will always watch a movie where a white man from Europe will arrive in Biafra land, that they cannot understand the language of the white man. It is our own people who were able to speak the language of the white man that will be in the middle, translating the language of the white man to eradicate the lingual barrier. Now, understanding that, it takes you straight to the reason why the Bible you see is not manipulated, but was translated. It was not manipulated, it was translated. And the mistake there, the only thing that looks like manipulation there was the names of people that was written there, especially in the New Testament. Because when you talk about the New Testament, you will understand that the Old Testament was those manuscripts that was discovered earlier. The manuscript that was discovered earlier, which the translation of the initial manuscript gave them actually the sense of that translation of Nsibidi. Because the ancient manuscript was written in Nsibidi. And when we talk about Nsibidi, Nsibidi is what I showed you few days ago. Nsibidi is what you are seeing in front of the screen right now. That is called Nsibidi. And the reason why I am bringing this Nsibidi, some people call it Nsibiri. It is called Nsibidi generally, but others call it Nsibiri. Now, I want you to know that these symbols that you are watching right in front of your screen, it is a symbol of our ancient way of writing. our ancient way of writing. During those days, the Hamite ways of writing, which we were actually, part of the Hamite very many years ago, many centuries ago, or 1,000 years ago, I believe very many years ago, we were in the midst of the Hams, the midst of the Hamites, which Hamites, their way of writing was called calligraphy. Their beautiful way of writing was called calligraphy, while ours was called Nsibidi or Nsimbiri. That was our way of writing. Now, if you look at this Nsibidi, that was how Bible was written in their different manuscript, which was gathered together, and made a book. Gathered together and made a book. Now, what am I trying to say? When you understand the migration of people, and all this migration mostly started in the Middle East, the one called Middle East today, the land of Canaan. Before we come to Nsibidi, let us go back there. The migration of people, especially the 12 lost tribes of House of Jacob, their migration began from the land of Ham. Their migration began from the land of Ham. Migration also happened in the land of Cush. Migration also happened in the land of, let's take it in the land of Hamites and in the land of Cush, migration of our people happened. Now, in the Middle East, what we used to call this thing you call state, you call province, you call community, what we used to call them is kingdom. Kingdom. In our kingdoms, this is kingdom upon kingdom. That is the reason why they tell you if a kingdom will rise against kingdom, that is kingdom of upon kingdom. You say the kingdom of Omambala. That is how we call it, the kingdom of Omambala. And when we talk about our kingdoms, what makes a kingdom is migration. What creates new kingdoms is migration. There has been several migration. There has been several migration. The migration of human and the evolution of human started in Africa, right? The migration of the tribes that are lost of the house of Jacob started in the land of Canaan. First migration took out, first migration took their, was actually started in the land of Egypt today, the Egypt. It is called the land of Hamites. So it started from there, the first migration. Now, our ancestor, which you know as God today, our ancestor, the father of the region, or in fact, the father of the southeastern region. Will I say no? Not the southeastern region. Because God did not come alone. You see, God never traveled alone. God came to our land of today with Areli. God never traveled alone. Now, understanding the fact that God never traveled alone, it means that there are children of God, even the Yoruba people. The Yoruba people, they have ancestry with God. With God. They have ancestry. They have, blood relation with God. Because Areli came with, Esbon came with. They traveled, they left Egypt before the rest of the siblings. Some of the siblings move towards the promised land, which is the land you see today that is full of bloodshed. And then others move to others move to the east. So there are many migration that occurred, even from the northern kingdom. No, from the land of Canaan, which is the present day Israel, the land of Israel. People that moved into that land, I am going to mention to you those people. Mostly the people that went into the promised land, where you will find them today, they are those who are living in the Iceland. In the Iceland. Now, we are going to talk about that more of it. Because so many of you believe that Judge Money is a religious fanatic. So many of you believe Judge Money is defending, pastors or Christianity. I don't defend pastors. I don't defend Christianity. I defend the book of my ancestor, which was written as manuscript, and they were picked up, assembled together and call it Bible, and they tell you it is basic instruction. Now, it is from that basic instruction that laws were created in this world. From the basic instruction, laws were created in this world. Because that is the reason why, if anybody rise up to tell you that democracy started with our people, you shouldn't doubt that person, because democracy indeed started with our people. If anybody come to tell you that we are one of the oldest Igbo people, you shouldn't doubt that person. We are one of the oldest. And we are one of the oldest. And our land is the one of the oldest land that when we occupied it, we never move away an inch from it. We didn't move inch away from it. That's one thing we need to understand. And when our ancestors hail from Egypt, the land of Ham, when they hail from that area, they came down to our land. That is the reason why you see a place called Obugad, which is actually, whenever you go there, you're supposed to get the sense of nostalgia. If you are truly a born of the land, you must get a sense of nostalgia. Now, the reason why you should, because that is the connection of your ancestor. Our ancestor did not go into the promised land, which is the land of Israel. They never went into the promised land. They left before the promised land. The reason why they left before the promised land, they are always eager to explore other places. They are eager. They are eager to whenever there is a shortage of food, or you call it drought, famine. Whenever there is, God is always making a move. God is always making a move. He arrived in that land. And that land, when he arrived it so many years ago, before even the ancient land of Israel was actually occupied by the children of Israel. Now, before that connection, you will now understand that the rest of the tribe went into the land of Israel, which inside the land of Israel, there was even some issue that divided it into the two kingdoms, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, which is the land of the Judah tribe and the Israelite tribe. Now, when you see the Judah tribe, you talk about us. We are the Judah tribe. Judah tribe. Some people today we call the Judah tribe, they call the Judah tribe, what do you call it? Yahunde. In different languages, they call them in Yahunde. Some people call this Judah tribe, they call them Bakongo. Bakongo. You understand? Or they call them Bantu. Bantu. But we are all Israelites. We are all Israelites. You see, whether you are called Bakongo, Bantu, or you are called Judea or Yahunde, whatever you are called, make sure you know that we are amongst the 12 tribes that is lost. And we are not lost forever. We are not lost forever. So, inside your fight to eliminate Christianity in our land, which is very, very important because it is not what God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, who lives in heaven, gave to us. I am in and I am fighting it. But when you are fighting Christianity, make sure that if there is anything of ours they use to deceive us, you go back and make sure you find the truth about that thing before you start talking. If you cannot find the truth about this thing, that is the reason why there is no way you will refer. There is nothing you will say on earth without you referring to the Bible. Even the Muslims, whatever they are having their argument, they will always refer to the Bible. Anything you talk about, you refer to the Bible. Even the people who tell you Bible is a white man book. If they are teaching you, they take knowledge from the Bible, from the white man book, they call it. They take knowledge from the Bible. You look at this type of people, you will ask yourself, what exactly is these people actually trying to do to our people? They will take knowledge there to educate you, but they will tell you, no, this book is a book of lies. But they are able to take knowledge from there to educate you, yet they tell you it is a book of lies. If you want to reject something, you reject it and reject everything about it. I cannot tell you that this food is not good, but I keep on eating it so fast. If the food is not good and you don't like it, why do you then eat it so fast like you haven't eaten food before? You throw it away, give it to the dogs, and forget about it. You cannot eat your cake and still have it. One thing you need to take home, for those of you who want to use the downfall of the criticism on the Christianity in order to start your own format of exploiting our people, we will not allow you. It is not possible. It can never be possible. Because when we keep quiet like this, does not mean we don't know what we need to do. We were on a fight to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That's why we were fighting off the enemy. And now, the fight to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is over. And yesterday, the barrier that is holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is finished. So we have more time now to educate our people, to take you back to where you left off. Very, very important. So if you want to actually fight anything that came from outside that is actually lie to our people, or you are up for this battle of to fight against the lies that was used to brainwash our people, you must make sure that you are holy. If you want to go to equity, you must go to equity with clean hands. If you are going to equity and you are not going to equity with clean hands, it means that you are actually, not supposed to have equity, because equity means people live and let live. If I don't have clean hands and I am going to discuss live and let live, I have other intentions, which means I am not, going to, abide by my words. That's why you must go to equity with clean hands. If we are doing away with Christianity's doctrines, which is the lies that was told to us, that was told to our ancestors, and they told that to our ancestors, and our ancestors derailed from what they used to do. And now this is where it becomes very confusing to our people. When we talk about our ancestors derailing from what they used to do, people now automatically believe that what our ancestors used to do was arosi apilapi. And that is the reason why each and every time we talk about going back to your root, the enemy will come and be sowing a seed of disparity. They will be sowing a seed of disparity, a seed of confusion. That's what they do. They will come with many philosophies that if you ask them, where is this philosophy coming from? They will not tell you where it is coming from. They wouldn't. That is one thing you should understand. That is one thing you should know. Many people are asking me, why do I where many people ask a question in the comment sections, we are the 12 tribes. We have 12 tribes of Israel. Where are the other tribes? I am going to tell you where all the other tribes are. I am going to mention where all the tribes are today. And they have not been gathered as per the promise. They have not been gathered as the promise. Now, we are going to now understand that Christianity doctrine that we are doing away with should not take us to because the reason why Christianity doctrine came to dominate was because we have already started adopting the those alusiapilapi. And we see it so that, by this time we will see it as ordinana. Because so many of you were born and you meet it. Even me, I was born and I met Alusia Pilapi. So that by now we will be seeing it as our ordinana, our ordinances. No. It is not our ordinana. Alusia Pilapi is omenana. People gathered together and went and implement it. That is not our thing. It is not part of what God, Chukwokika Biama, Abasitameno, gave to us. It is not part of it. So when we are running away from Christianity and running to Alusi, that is one thing you will see our people. We will go in there and they put Alusi down a room, but Alusi they fear every time I say that no bule obula robuna gioko, obula robuna giu. We'll be wondering what the hell is going on. The time of us Igbo ọkụkọ na Igbo ewu na Igbo pigeon, it's over. That time is over. Most of the reason why sometimes we should understand that our ancestors, because they will always bring it this way so that they get you more confused. They will tell you that we worship our ancestors, that we must worship our ancestors, that our people worship their ancestor. You cannot worship the dead. The only thing you are going to do is to respect the dead. You cannot worship them. They are not God. The dead are to be respected and remembered, but not to be worshipped. Anybody who is worshiping a dead is a dead. You know what is called the dead? You are worshiping the dead. The only thing you owe the dead is to make sure they are remembered in good faith if they are good people. The only thing you have to do to the dead is to make sure you respect them. Whenever you are saying something, you say, if my forefathers were still alive, these people, they went and they conquered, they fought many wars and they did not break. That is how to respect your elder, your dead, your ancestry. Not to go and started worshiping them. You will also respect your elders, your ancestors. You know how to respect them, how to bring them to your prayers. If you know the greatest things your ancestors did, if you know the greatest things your ancestors did, when you are praying, you can say, Chukwu okike abịama, who made my ancestor to be able to survive the famine. You call the name of that ancestor. You made my ancestor, you Eri or Nri, because Eri Nri. Nri is the first son of Eri. Now, I want you to know, you said to Chukwu, our ancestor Nri or our ancestor Eri, whom actually faced all the hurdles, traveling from the land of Canaan to the land of Biafra today, or to the land called the land of, he named it Hebrew, the land of Hebrew, which was translated to the land of Hebrew, and later also corrupted by the land of Ibo. When British introduced Abichidi to us and doing away with it, we did away with Nsibidi, and we now translated that Igbo to Igbo. Igbo. We did away with Nsibidi, adopted Abichidi. Abichidi was formulated from the Latin alphabetical, lines, which is ABCD. We adopted it. We left our own. That is part of we discontinued from our heritage. We discontinued from our heritage. Now, when you want to remember your ancestors, call them in your prayers. The God of God, the God of the Okeke, the God of Okafo, the God of Okonkwo, the God of Obuagu, who made him to kill a lion in the desert alone. The God that led him to kill a desert in that lion, in that, which is Chukwu Okike Abiama. If Omara Adieme, that is the only way you will use your ancestor to pray. If they are successful, you use them to pray for success. God who gave my ancestors and make them great. God who made Abraham to become great and remembered everywhere in the world. That God come and help me and make me great. That is how you remember those ancestors. You cannot pray to them. You pray to that God, which is God of your land, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's how, you see the way we remember them. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Chukwu Okike Abiama. Abasi Tamono. That is the God we are talking about. It is quite unfortunate that our people are actually advising people to go and worship the dead. You cannot worship the dead. You cannot worship the dead. You cannot pray to the dead. You can remember the dead. You can remember them. So, now, go doing away with Christianity, because the Christianity dominated us because Arusi was already there. We adopted ROC. When Christianity came, we thought Christianity could do better. That was how our people were manipulated, because we were looking for all the time where it is going to happen. Who have power? Who can do magic? Who can do this? How is it? Then we adopted that, because when white man held into our land, they were able to study us and see what we like to do. We like to cheat nature. We like to actually, we are always trying to make things happen, even when it is not yet the time. We push out of our limit. That is the meaning of God. God. We are always anxious, curious. That's why we are actually entrepreneurial. We have entrepreneurial minds because we are born of God. Now, because of that, when we want things to happen, if things are not going our way, we are looking for anything that can help. Alusi in Egypt. The Alusi you see today is from Egypt. It's not our thing. The reason why Christianity came and dominated, because Arusi Aibute isi mmadụ eyi biya, Arusi Aibute Kuzila, our people, how to bury a chief, how to bury those person with the head of a virgin, with this and that. That is the reason why. That was the reason why when Christianity came, it conquered us. And it looked as if Christianity was teaching you morals, or value, giving you a good moral and value system. Do you know why? Because introduction of Christianity. So those things, during that time, they have seen what they are going to use against us. They call what we used to do. All this idol worshiping that we used to do, they call it barbarism. That's why they have to now nurture, go to that our Bible. They notice that everything that is written in that Bible does not have anything to do with what these people are doing. These people are just ignorantly following what they are doing, but this book has been with them. So that is the reason why they now created that version of Christianity where they will now bring their own idol worshiping and bring it down to your land. And now they tell you that you're great people. That is the reason why they saw the limitation. They tell you that your great ancestors, which Jesus Christ was part of, they are great ancestors, that now you will make image of them. And not even like they make the image that looks like them. They whitewash the image and they bring it to you. And bringing it to you, it is all about to make you believe. The more you live and grow, the more your children are growing up, they will be seeing themselves as opposite of what God is. That's why psychologically it affects our minds to what we are actually getting our hands into. Sometimes it makes us to act like barbarians, because they have whitewashed Jesus Christ, which is your ancestors. The same blood that flows in his vein flows in your vein. Of course, don't forget that when your ancestors migrated from where they migrated from and arrive in the land, don't forget there are other people who are around the land, which you see now. That's when they grew their kingdoms. They now started putting Ezioke, the borders. They now started dividing the borders. Mostly with the arrival of colonization, the borders started growing up. Borders used to be, maybe they put one plant there, one tree. They put a tree there in the line. They call it border. But the erection of walls to call a border started with colonization, which is part of the division and ruling. A story for another day. So remember, when they arrived, there were still other people within the territory which they have occupied. There were still other people. So not because you are called Igbo today does not mean that you are part and parcel of the bloodline. No, because there were people who came to live with him. There were people who actually were, there is always people to communicate with. So that is exactly, most of the time when we are talking about black people, that black people are not evil, but they are good people. People believe it is all black people, or being a black has given you automatic pass, even when you are evil. He has given you automatic pass. No, evil is evil. That's why if you are going to equity, you must go with clean hands. You should understand that concept. Now, going back to it, going back to it, the man called God settled in the land so-called Igbo land today. When he settled there, the man called God was a giant man. Let me tell you one thing you need to know. Israelites, they have giants. Israelites, you see today, they are giant people. They are giant black people. The man called God was a giant man. Was a giant man. A very black man with a one. You can see if you go to Bugad, you will see the. I have not been there, but I must go there. I haven't been there, but you can see the statues. That statues of that man is the statue of the man who gave birth to Mre, gave birth to all these other kingdoms that is being renamed, that is already renamed today. And the man that you see there, the first, the way they were writing was they were writing with Nsibidi. Nsibidi was their own writing. Nsibidi. Which Nsibidi, they use the same Nsibidi character to write the manuscripts. They use them to write the manuscripts. Now, that is the reason why the manuscript need translation. And for them to translate the manuscript, they need somebody who knows the writing. They needed somebody who knows the writing. And this manuscript was translated, given to us. Translation of it make it look like these people are the owner of the book. It makes them look like the Christianity is the owner of the book. But Christianity is not the owner of the book. Even Christianity you call today is a byword against the Jews, a byword against the children of God. The name Christian, it is a byword. It is a byword against the Jews, because if you check the same book that you are attributing to Christianity, you will understand that when they were mocking the apostle of Christ, when they were mocking the apostle of Christ around Turkey, Greece, you will, in Syria, you will understand. Don't forget that Syria at that time was occupied by Roman Empire, because Roman Empire was the biggest empire that occupies, that rule over the West. Roman Empire. Now, when you see during that time, Syria was under Roman Empire, Greek was under Roman Empire, and Turkey was under Roman Empire. That's why it is, the Romans who tried and crucified Jesus. Romans tried and crucified Yeshua. That is the Romans. Now, understanding, because Romans were actually the king. And what actually made them insecure was a king is born. And this time around, the king that was born unto Jews, that king is a superior king, a giant black man. A giant black man that if you stand in front of him, you will actually, notice that Nawokeku. That was the man you call Christ today. A giant black man. If you look at God of our land, you will see the features of that giant black man called Jesus. They look alike. They look alike. So when they heard about the birth of this man, who is actually, whom they prepared a way, they made a way, a king is born. That is the reason why people don't understand today that a king is born. A king is not made. You cannot make a king. You cannot make a king. And anywhere you see, you know that the bloodlines are scattered. You will see that place, if they are still following their ancient ways, you will notice that a king is born. A king cannot be made. If you go to South Africa, the Zulu people, the Zulu people, they are part of the bloodline. the Zulu. That is why in that place a king is born. It is not made. You cannot make a king. A king is born. If you go to other places, there are many places. Remember that when I talk about South Africa, it does not mean that everybody that is in South Africa are Israelites. No. If you go to Zimbabwe today, if you go to Zimbabwe today, you will find a certain people, the way you find certain people in South Africa, being the Jews, the Israelites. And now, if you go to Zimbabwe, the Jews that actually migrated from, they migrated from the Zimbabwean people, they migrated from a place called Axum. You know, they migrated in 500 AD. They migrated in 500 AD, Zimbabweans. And they found people already in that civilization. So it is not all of them. They found people in that civilization even when they arrived there. Remember that what pushed all this migration was wars. War upon war, famine, war, displacement, and all that. Kingdom got rising up against another kingdom. Migrations is happening. Anytime there is war, there is, chaos, migration happens. Anytime there is famine, migration happen. So people were migrating. People were migrating. If you go to Congo, go to Gabon. I am listing places where we find the 12 tribes because many people ask me, okay, we are the Israelites, where are the rest of the tribes? Those of them, they will not even care to listen, but when they come here, they will come with stupid comments, Now, they are, when you go there, those areas, you will find them. There is a war. There is a war that took place that led the biggest migration. It is called a Persian War. A Persian War. And now, those who we are even in the land of the promised land called the land of Israel today, those are our people who were found in the land of Israel. I am not talking about the present day occupants of the Israel. I'm not talking about the present day occupants. I am talking about the ancient occupants because that land, the present day occupant, was actually rebuilt. It was rebuilt after the Second World War. The second temple was rebuilt after the Second World War. Now, I want you to know that those who found themselves in the land of Canaan, or to be precise, in the land of Israel, who were there, the first people who actually invaded them for colonization was actually Spain, the Spanish people. One of the first nations that actually took their colonization to them was the Spanish. That is the reason why, if you look at the occupants, the modern day occupants of Israel today, you will see the Spanish, Ashkenazis. That is Spanish, German, and even some Britons. They are there. Saxons, which is the Germans. They are there because after all these things, when these people are actually being displaced from the land of Israel today, you know where they went? They went to the island, which is called the Caribbean, the land, that place you see as Caribbean. That's where many of them moved to go and settle. They moved to go and settle. Haiti, Barbados, all those, Cuba. Because if you go to Cuba, those people in Cuba, many of them are the bloodline. Forget the color. The color shouldn't actually disturb you. But many people that are Cubans, they are the bloodline. They are amongst the 12 lost tribes. Now, You go to Haiti, you go to Jamaica, you go to all these places. Some part are still in Brazil. So you go to all these places, you are going to find them. If you want to also understand, because that when we say that the modern day occupants of the land of Israel was the people who created, you know, they were created to be, they were created to replace the discontinued, heritage. They continued with, from our discontinued heritage. That's why they occupy the land. And they were actually placed there to monitor what is going on in the Middle East by the Britain. Of course, when we talk about Britain, France, or we are talking about America already, because Americans are those who occupy the land of America. They were from Britain. They were from Britain, so they already know that when we talk about them, they are the same people. They created that land to allocate it to their own people, which is called the Ashkenazis. In order to, take care of the land, they will make them powerful, they will make them strong, they will make them look as if it is what is written in the book of Bukkosis. That is exactly what the reason why that land was allocated, to make them strong, to make it look as if they are the people that the Bible was talking about, to make it look like they are the owners or those who owns the Bible. And how are you going to actually understand that they are not? I am not, with all due respect, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I am trying to state a fact. The reason why you will know that they are not the ones, number one, is when you read the book, the Bible, you will understand that the promise that God gave to the displaced people, the displaced kingdom of Judah and Israel, the displaced of them, God gave them a promise that He will gather their remnant. He will gather their remnant from where they are scattered among all the nations of the earth. He will gather them and place them where there will be peace, where there will be harmony, where there will be joy, where there will be love among each other. Because mostly where they are gathered, they are very, very problematic people. Believe me, mostly where they are gathered. You know why it looks like they are problematic, but I may put it that way, is because they are mostly oppressed wherever they are gathered. So they are looking for a way of escape. They are looking for a way to belong. And mostly they believe that once you have power, you will overthrow slavery, you will overthrow oppression, you will overthrow depression. That's what they believe, because all our lives we have been displaced, depressed, and under captivity. So we are striving to actually thrive. We keep striving to thrive. That's exactly where you see these people. You will believe that these people are very bad people. But that is the situation, historical situation, that they have found themselves into. And that is exactly what is going on. So that is exactly what is going on. So now, let me bring to you that our ancestral origin of the so-called Igbo land today, which was Igbo land is a colonized word, is we are the original Israelites. And now, people that are telling you that, once we say we are Israelites, they start getting mad. They start getting angry. The reason why they are getting angry is because of the people who are occupiers of the land already. So they believe that, there are white people, and once you tell a black man who has been enslaved by a white man that he is from this origin that the white man is bearing, they will get so mad. They will get so angry. They will even formulate a perspective that will even, replace their own original truth, and they actually go with their perspectives because they are so scared to hear that this name that you've been seeing, these people have been praying to, these people have been seeing as everything that gives me, they give me food, they give me technology, they give me law, they give me everything that I have to live with. They even gave you Christianity, which Christianity is actually presumed to be a religion that have, moral values, a religion that actually stop barbarism, which you don't understand that even the Christianity was the biggest barbarism in the world. Christianity was the biggest barbarism in the world because they understand that anyị bute alụsị n'ala Igbo na-eji isi mmadụ eyi bịa. So even Christianity, they believe that what they found in so many places, which is what has, destroyed us to discontinue from our heritage, which was written unto us in manuscripts, which has been gathered together today, assemble them and call it Bible, basic instruction before leaving the earth. That is exactly what you see today. That's why many people are so ignorant. When they are chasing Christianity away, they are chasing Bible away, but Bible still owes your truth. And that truth is exactly what you need to know. And that is the reason why all these people who are telling you they are Omenana people, because they are not Ordinana people. They are Omenana people, they still teach you from the Bible. But they will tell you that Bible is not it, because they are championing a particular narrative, and that narrative they are championing, it is all about a narrative that can destroy us. It is all about a narrative that will enslave us for the second time or for the third time, because we've gone to it for the first time, we've gone to it for, now we are into it for the second time. They are pushing a narrative that is capable of doing it for the third time. That is the narrative that they are pushing. And it is very, very important we rise up and challenge this, philosopher. We challenge this philosophy because as an alubafo, obulo menenu, alubafo, obulo menana. Now, they understood that when you want to establish a powerful, belief system, you need to establish it with killing people and burying heads. With because that is mostly the way they establish ROC in our land. They went in. They even had to kill Peter. They even have to eliminate Peter in order to make the church great, in order to make the church a big, something that is, a strong belief system. In order for sacrifice, they had to take away Peter. The same way our people, the ROC they brought upon themselves, told them that you kill people who are living with albinism. And that is the reason why ROC look like it is our thing. ROC they brought upon themselves, told them that you have to be killing people who are twins. That is exactly what the ROC told them to understand. But they did not understand that the Bible told them that if your brother gets married, if your brother gets married and die without having children, that you as the brother supposed to go and you go and marry the woman, the wife, so that you will continue the bloodline of your brother, because that is the reason why that word bring about the philosophy of what God has joined together. Nobody can put asunder. So you can continue the lineage of your brother by going and helping him to impregnate the wife if he never had children. If your brother is barren, you can help him to impregnate the wife in order to continue the lineage of your brother. That is the reason why, because the reason why it is very important in our land to have our posterity, it is because we believe in reincarnation. We believe in reincarnation, and reincarnation in our land is something that is very, very, real. It is something that is very, very real. That is the reason why you must give birth to somebody who represents you, who continues the lineage. Because if you give birth to a child, you have splitted your genes into many people. And in all these people that you have splitted your genes, they are having you, part of you in them. So they can bring you back to this earth. That is reincarnation, basically. That is reincarnation. So if you understand that these people notice that they had to kill in order to establish this belief system and this way of worshiping their so-called whoever they call him, and they create this platform under Christianity, killing Peter, using him to bury under the Vatican City. His bone is still there in there. If you That's why that most of the archaeologists, they do their research, and when they finish their research, they release the ones that they want you to see. That's exactly what happens, because anything you call a ROC is a belief system of people. ROC is like a way of worship of other people, which we adopted the same way we adopted Christianity. So while we are fighting Christianity, we shall equal fight ROC, because ROC brought about Okite. ROC brought about Ogwego, money ritual. Money ritual. Now, ROC brought about money sacrifice. Sacrifice. Now, if you understand the ROC, you will know that it is wetisi bia welisi, give and take. That's what it does. Give and take. And they work more once they see blood. So the same way, the religion was created because of politics. It gives power to people. Religion gives power to people. That's how it was created. Because if everybody is, religion is like you are following me on Facebook. Religion is like you building a huge followings. It is what pleased the people that created it. They will be respected. You are the pope of your followers. As it stands now, you are the pope of your followers. Likewise, I become the pope of my followers and my fans. That's how religion is. They created them in order to have followings, to control their followers, to actually, recreate the world. It is wetisi bia welisi. So anybody who tell you that they are fighting Christianity, but they are not fighting paganism, they are not fighting paganism in our land, that person is delusional, and that person just wants your money. They want to create, just like Matthias have done today. Matthias created what he called Sunday service, which is I heard somebody calling it Catholic Omenana Church or whatever. And that's exactly the good. That person gave it a befitting name, Catholic Omenana Gathering or Catholic Omenana Church. That's what Matthias created for you. What is the difference? You saw them the other day. They are helping themselves. Those Catholic people on a father jengali nkobe on a father je ukomu. So Matthias melunu ukomu boshi. Because it is going to be, he is trying to mix lies with the things that you believe that leads you or connect you to your root, mixing it with the lies of the Christianity. That's exactly what they are doing. And believing that you are going to buy it. Believe you me, when I am criticizing any pastor, I don't have a personal interest in criticizing them. I am criticizing them because the Bible they are using criticize them. I am criticizing them because the Bible they are using actually is against the work that they do. I am criticizing them for the sake of making our people aware. I am criticizing them because they are lying. If you have power, you cannot cure some illness and leave some that you. In fact, if you have power, you will to cure illness. You will cure all of them. You will cure all of them except if you haven't come across it. That is to show you that all their lies have, has limitation. Their lies comes with limitation. So, for the sake of you not going back to what keeps you down, make sure you do not subscribe to these people who are creating Omenana in the name that they are going back to Ordinana. They are creating Omenana. If you allow it to be there unabated, you are going to find it being part of your Omenana, because our ancestors who actually, brought paganism, they allowed it there. It becomes part of our Omenana. While Ordinana, our Ordinana was written in a book. The reason why we actually keep history, it is because history will tell you exactly. That is the reason why if you read Bible, you will understand that Bible is all about history. It's more of a history than spiritual. It is historical. Bible is law, which is constitution, and Bible is actually future prophecy. They will show you the previous prophecy. They will show you future prophecy. They will tell you what will happen before you start noticing that this type of prophecy is coming to to manifestation. Now, which you have seen the chaos all over the place, even in the all over the place chaos. Now, we are seeing the sign that the Bible prophecy is coming to pass. The gathering of the 12 kingdoms, the 12 tribes that are scattered is going to take place. Now, let me read the book of Isaiah. Okay. Okay. 11. Okay. Izuchukwu Anichia actually gave it to me on the comment section. Let me read the book of Isaiah. This book of Isaiah talks about, he says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. Ensign of the people. We shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt. Listen up. Listen up. And from Patros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the island of the sea. And from the island of the sea. You see the reason why he made this one to be the last one. And he called it the island of the sea. That is exactly where most of our people are also, taken. That's where you find most of our people, the island of the sea. And those people, they know exactly this chapter in the Bible. They know this chapter in the Bible. And when they see the island of the sea, they get more hope, knowing that they are the ones that it is talking about. Those Caribbeans, those people who are in the Caribbean, they are the ones it talks about, the island of the sea. Of course, you know Assyria. Our people are still in Assyria, which is the present day Syria. And you know Egypt. Our people are even still in Egypt. Of course, so many of our people are even in that land, but they are not in the land as the owners of the land. They are in the land as a as a what do you call them? Those who do menial job. I don't want to call the right word. Those who do menial job under captivity. That is what they do in those land. He will gather their remnant, even from the island of the sea. That's why, most of the people who follow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu doesn't know the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tells you that from the Caribbean people are going to hail from. And whatever I am doing now, I am not taking it from the philosophy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For those of you who are too sentimental, what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I found Mazen Nnamdi Kanu doing the same thing that I already come across. That's exactly one of the reasons why I paid more attention to him. Because I have seen several comments, I have seen several people, uninformed set of people, Confucianists, those who believe that if we do away with with Bible, because Bible, they believe that Bible, as long as Bible is still in existence, they will not be freely worshiping their idols. Those, so they are so scared that this idol, we can't worship our idol, we can't do our okite. Okochucho is what is making people going back to such omena and alose without understanding or differentiating ordinana from omenana. Because most of the things that our our forefathers initiated, most of the things they initiated, believe you me, those things, those omenana they initiated, those things somehow worked against us. Some of them worked against us. Like Alose. Alose is not doing anything for us. Rather, it gives you hope. You find people who goes there. They go there in the name that they are, getting odeshi, getting all sort of charm, because you want to manipulate the nature, you want to cheat the nature. You find some people who go there because they want to go there and start, they want approval. The reason why most people are telling you we're going back to our menana, they want approval to go and be doing evil. They want approval and to go and be doing all guego. This is all culture that is on them. That's why they will never want to hear the real truth, but they want to always hear go back to your root, because they know you don't know where is your root. They know you don't know what you do in your root. So that is the reason why they want to adopt anything called Aruse. And they will now baptize it and tell you it is called Arukuse. It is not called anything Arukuse. Aruse is paganism, barbarism. That is Aruse. Paganism and barbarism. That is disturbance of equilibrium. And if you disturb equilibrium, you repair equilibrium. And that is what the ROC does. They can bring what is what is behind you or what is in front of you. They might bring it closer to you, but it does not last. But when we talk about these things, these people who are pushing, because the only reason why they are pushing for you to bow on their philosophy of going back to your omenana, it is for you to give them approval to go and desecrate our land with all this ogu agwara rubbish. Ogu agwara rubbish. You have not seen any of them who is preaching, let's go back to our ways, our root. You have not seen any of them who goes into the bush and tell you that they are the people who are telling them anything, show them herbs that can cure sicknesses. No, it doesn't show them herbs. It doesn't show them herbs. The only thing it shows them is people to gather their money for not a new establishment to happen. That is what it is showing them. Because you need to start from somewhere. If you say that going back to your root, it is for you to go even to, into the bushes. Gather herbs, those who call themselves traditionalists or native doctors. gathering herbs, curing our wounds, curing our sicknesses. That is part of our root. So if you are not starting from there, but you want to go and start with Okite, you want to go and start Ibuti isi alụsị eji isi mmadụ wee yibe, you want to go and you go to India, you bring their Buddhism. You go there, you tell me, even people are bragging to me these days that they are what do you what are those religion that worship Lakshmi? Is it the Indian religion? That they are, what is this Indian religion? What do you call it? Hindu. That they are Hindu. You find people threatening you from home that they are Hindu, that they will deal with you. You will be wondering. He's telling you he's Hindu. He doesn't even know what is Hindu. That is one part of it. They are threatening you, telling you they are Hindu. They will deal with you without them knowing what exactly is Hinduism. That's what is, that's what makes it very, very, worrisome. I have somebody threatening me, telling me, I will show you that I am a Hindu. I am into Hindu from Nigeria, from the zoo. I look at them, I laugh. I laugh. The reason why I looked at them, I laughed, is because, you know, I have like Hindus around me. I have Hindus around me. So I look at them, I laugh. So this is exactly what makes these people happy. What they will use to intimidate others. If you look at that thing they want to use to intimidate others, it doesn't do anything for them. Si ife ọ ga na-emelụfa bụ na ụmụ obere amụsụ a alụlụ mana asị gị na agwọrọ odeshi ha ncha niile o mechakwa ha nwụcha, egbe ga-egbuchekwa ha ncha. Asị gị na agwọrọ misin o mecha egbe ga-egbuchekwa ha ncha, eweli aje na-eme ihe ọjọọ. They need your approval so that they will start doing evil. That's it. If you're not going to equity without a clean hands, you will not get equity. When you show them the evidence, they will still come to your comment section to write nonsense. That's what they do. Thank you very much, Aju Akujobin Oluchuku. Thank you. Yeah, it is that Hindu. So they will not go actually to tell you the real thing because they know that the Bible is against idol worshiping, idolaters, idolatry. They know because they don't want to live by the rules. They don't want to have any rules. They just want to tell you it is our menana. We are doing it this way. The history tellers are going to be telling you history. Without you, if somebody tell you history and they don't show you where you are going to find that history they tell you, believe you me, they don't have anything to tell you. They are formulating their perspective. They are those who are, they are free thinkers. Some of them are free thinkers. There has been a lot of history that is written by our people. And some of them will tell you they are Bantus. They are not Hebrews. They are Bantus. They are not Igbos. They are Igbos. They are Bantu people. Of course, you have connection with the Bantu people because Bantu people has connection with Ejaham people. Ejaham people were the people who actually were writing in Nsibidi, who were actually the people who basically, used Nsibidi in this modern ages, in this modern age. They are the people who used Nsibidi. Where are these Ejaham people come from? You find these Ejaham people, you find them in the eastern region of Nigeria. Eastern region of Nigeria, going into Cameroon even. So Ejaham people are actually, those people who get that name a lot are the people from the coastal region, and from part of the Cameroon. They are called the Ejaham people, or you call them Ikoi people. Ikoi people. So these are the people who used Nsibidi. Our people who used Nsibidi before the Britain decided to do away with that Nsibidi when they actually arrived in our land. They removed that Nsibidi before arriving in our land. Because if they don't remove that Nsibidi, if we begin to see books like the manuscripts that was not added into the Bible, the manuscript that is not added into the Bible, or if you actually manage to get the original manuscript, you will not know what it is written on. You will not discover what language it is written on, such as this type of manuscripts. This type of manuscript. This type of manuscript are the type of manuscripts that was still written with Nsibidi. Nsibidi, if it was not actually, removed from our way of writing by the Britain, we will still be able to know that we are the people of the book. We are the people of the book. So, this type of manuscript you see, I want to show you this type of manuscript. What I showed you now is here. Let me remove this and bring it somehow the way you will be able to see it better. Because the manuscript I showed you right now. Look at it again. Why I'm showing you this manuscript, let me look for the Nsibiri that is actually written with the type of Nsibidi character that you will find in this manuscript. Now, I don't know if you saw it. This is the type. My throat is cracking. Now, look at this. Have you seen this? This is the type of manuscript. I don't know why this changed. One moment. Let me see if I can change something. Okay, let me hold it that way. This manuscript you see here, I hope you are seeing it. I'm sorry, the Nsibidi letters that you are seeing here, or design. This is Nsibidi. This is Nsibidi. Did you see it? Remember that printing back this manuscript, not all of them were printing back the manuscript, not all of them were actually bright enough. Printing of this manuscript, this is Nsibidi. I don't know if you are seeing them. Where I am actually telling you to look at is the black, where you see black things, because it was actually translated as well next to them. Each box came with its own translation. That is Nsibidi. So Britain we are able to do away with Nsibidi, knowing that they are going to create this new state of Israel. They are going to create the new state of Israel so that everything about us will be allocated to them. Allocated to them that the world may believe that it is they are the people of the book. They are the people God is talking about, that the military of the world is resting on their shoulder, or everything about the world is resting on their shoulder, without you knowing that everything about the world is resting on you and I's shoulder. That's why you will go and help them build, but you will never inherit. That's why you are taking to help them develop, but you will never make any profit more than them. The the military of the world is on our shoulder because we are used to build and develop everywhere. Our people. But we will not enjoy that place. That's the way it is. It is it is one thing about us that we will never, rule out. Now, this is the one that appeared in the ones that appeared here. I want to show you this. Look at this. Look at it, and look at the image in front of your screen. Look at it and look at the image in front of your screen. This is the reason why they have to remove the Nsibidi. They have to remove the Nsibidi writing and replace it with Latin concussion. That is it. It is the same letters. Just like the one you are seeing here is written on a plain surface and has, it was clear. It is clear. Now let me show you another pattern of Nsibidi. Of course, this type I have shown you before. Let me see if I will show you another pattern. If you look at this tattoo written or drawn on Nsibidi, this is the type of tattoo. All this design, they tell you that they show you designs. What is this design? You see what you call Versace design. If you look at Versace design, all these things was taken away from Nsibidi. If you look at Versace design, they were all taken away from Nsibidi. All this design, all these big name brands, you find them taken away from the design of Nsibidi. It was all taken from us. Let me show you something else. Now, this is another, and okay, this is where our Nsibidi is being translated with alphabet and abcd. This is where it is translated on alphabet and abcd. That is where it started, the translation, how the translation was done on abcd before you use it to make a word. Now, this is Nsibidi that draw about, the signs that tell you that this is about this is sign of life. This is sign of music. You see where the when this Nsibidi has been there for more than 2,000 years before the common era. It's been there for 2000 years before the common era. How many years is it? Think about it. This is the oldest form of writing, one of the oldest form of writing. This is older than calligraphy. This was older than calligraphy. That is the reason why if you go to the Egyptian pyramids, if you go to Egyptian pyramids, what you will find there is part of this language and drawings of people. The reason why you find the drawings of people, I don't know if they have actually, changed the drawings and the colors of the, people that was drawn inside the Egyptian pyramid, because it was our people who actually erected such, pyramid. Supernatural people built that pyramid. So now, this is, you see, this is a sign of water. A sign of water. Let me try to locate it. Let me try to locate it here. Let me see how I can locate something from that science you are seeing and show you from this manuscript. I believe I am actually I've seen something, but I'm trying to find some, you know, more stuff. Now, the one that is here, let me not go further because of time. That's why if you look at this one, if you look at this one, can you see what is in front of you? See what is in front of you. And see where my mouse is going. Look at where my mouse is going on the Nsibidi. I believe I have showed this one before, but let me show you again. Look at where my mouse is going on Nsibidi. Look at it. Look at what is in front of you. Let me show you something else. Let me show you something else. I'm actually looking for something that is from this particular one that I just showed you, because there is a lot of them, but I'm looking for the one that from this particular one, the symbols. Because if we were still using Nsibidi, we don't need anybody to translate for us. We just go to, if Nsibidi is still now, if we start adopting Nsibidi into our curriculum, and the way it is being labeled, we label it, we will start even reading. If I get hold of our ancient manuscript, we will read it. Believe you me, we will read it, instead of depending on the translation or for other people to tell us what we used to actually use as a language before decolonization. Let me open. If you look at this, it has a lot of sign, a whole lot of signs. If you look at this place, it has a whole lot of signs in it. A whole lot of signs in it. Where is the sign? Now where is the sign of life? It is, let me zoom it because there is something I am looking for. This one is not labeled. It's not labeled, but we can still discover something here. Now, let me show you where this is written. It is actually written perfectly. This is where my cursor is. This is where my cursor is. Where it is written perfectly. Where my cursor is. I don't know if you can see where my cursor is. You check what I am showing you here. You check what I am showing you. There are the ones that are more like drawing, and there are the ones that look more like alphabet. If you look at this, you will see how we draw life. No, okay. Let me show you this one. Let me show you this one. I passed it. Yeah. Look at this. Can you see it? You can see it. Even some of these people some of these people they use these symbols. They use these symbols for itunzu. You can see them. They use the symbols for itunzu. Some of them, but they don't know what it means. So when we talk about this in Nsibidi, you should understand that there are many of them. It is our ancient way of writing. There are many of them. Our ancient way of writing. If you ask yourself, why did Britain take this away from us? If you can ask yourself, why did Britain take this away from us? It will boil down to you that it is one of the things that will take us back to what we are looking for. That is the reason why it has to be taken away. It was taken away by Britain. before it was sent into extinction. It was taken away by Britain. This is in Nsibidi. It was taken away. They were taken away. Look at it. Look at it. It even have our names. Okonkwo, Okoye, Amechi, Nwosuji. Look at these ones. The labeled ones. The way people write their names. How people write their names. It is here. It is here. So there is a question somebody wrote to me on WhatsApp. Let me see if I will be able to access that question so that I will be able to answer that person quickly. Let me assess that question. And if you want to actually, call in to ask some question, you can call the WhatsApp number on the screen. If in case you want to call in, you have a particular question you want to ask, you can call the number on the screen. Let me check something. Or you can comment your comment in the comment section. Okay, before we go there, before I go to check something, there is something I need to also read. Okay, I didn't finish the previous one I was reading in the book of Isaiah, which is in the comment section there. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcast of Israel and gather together to dispersed and gather them together. Gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. He will gather together all of us from four corners of the earth. Does not mean that when we're talking about all of us, that it is everybody. We shouldn't forget, because those people when you are doing something, they will always do something differently. They will never join force to do something that is going to be beneficial to us. That is the characters of these people. Let me read book of Jeremiah 30 verse 10. I want to read the book of Jeremiah 30 verse 10. Now he said, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid again. That is the promise for you to know that we have not been, gathered. We are still yet to be gathered. So that's what it is called. The modern day Israel is not the original, Israel. Because God is yet to gather us, where we will see no war, we will see no intimidation, we will see no Fulani, we will see no green, white, green. We are going to see no Britain. We are going to see no America. We are going to see no Egypt. We are going to see no anything that oppress us. We are going to see them no more. Zephaniah 3 verse 8 to 13, he says, therefore wait ye upon me, says the Lord, until the day that I arise, or that I arise up to the prayer, P-R-E-Y, prayer. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them in my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth that be devoured Okay, sure. Sorry. Let me repeat that one. That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people a pure language. Should I turn to the people a pure language? Now, to show you that the language we are speaking, they are polluted language. They are not the language that we need to be speaking. That's why we are talking about the Nsibidi that we use. We are talking about it because it has everything to do with the language that we are going to, be introduced to the gathering of the remnant. Because of course we are going to speak one language. We cannot gather remnant and start speaking in tongues. We will no longer speak in tongues. We are going to learn one language. We are going to hold on to one language. We are going to speak in one language. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. So he will gather that remnant, which is our remnant, and destroy the world with the fire of his jealousy. Our people don't understand. And all this bomb that they are releasing everywhere it is part of the fire of the jealousy. The main one is coming, the nuclear weapon, the day they will nuke the world. Now let me continue. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent rather. This is jumping actually. It's jumping from where I am. It jumps to another thing. Or is it that I can't see them properly? Okay, there we go. They may call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Did you hear that? From beyond the river of Ethiopia. We are going to find it. The Cush. For from beyond the river of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. Shall bring mine offering. In that day shall thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein, jump again. I think I am going to actually read it somewhere else. It is jumping. Okay, let me read it on the phone. So, sorry for that. I think my time is up. I am rounding up. Let me just read this thing and round up. In that day shall thou not be ashamed for all thy doings wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be hungry or be haughty because of my holy mountain. I will also live in the midst of thee, an afflicted and a poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. You see the reason why he said he will not bring us to the haughty mountain again, because remember today there is a climate change. Remember the climate change with the sun is actually too hot. If it is cold, the cold is too cold. The climate change, if it rains, it brings tornado, it brings, cyclones comes up, So all these things we will not have to think about it again, because he said, I will also live in the midst of thee, I will also live in the midst of thee, an afflicted and poor people, that they shall trust in the name of the Lord. He will live, he will give them hope. The remnant of Israel shall do no iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Remember that what makes you tell lie is when you are so scared. You are scared of being punished. That's what makes you tell lie. And what makes you commit crime is because you don't have enough. You cannot justify your crime because you don't have enough. It is okay to sometimes. Now, I want you to understand that everything that you see that I have read here, you must know that these things we have read here, it's about what is going to, happen to us. The time we are going to see that we are going back to our original languages. The time you are going to see, they say that beyond the river of Ethiopia, the suppliants are going to bring the offerings. Those are the time you will notice that we are actually, getting towards our freedom time. It will happen naturally. People believe that, remember that the way we are preaching about it, maybe somebody from Zulu kingdom will discover what it means, where they come from. Maybe somebody from Congo will discover that no, we have the same way of life. We are my ancestor told me, or my parents told me, that I have connection with the Jews. Somebody from Angola, northern Angola, because these are the northern Angolians. They are the Israelites, the northern Angolians. Someone from the northern Angola will come and say, I'm talking about those who settled there. Remember that it is mixed already. So they will come and tell us, and they will start tracing back, and they will start listening to the gospel, to the unification we are talking about, because it's all about gathering the 12 tribes. Then you find people from Gabon, they will. You find people from Congo Brazzaville, is it Congo Brazzaville? They will. So all these places are places we find our people: Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, some Barbados. That's why people tell you Rihanna trace is ancestry. It took him to Igbo land. They are not far from the truth. If he traces his ancestry, it has connection with Igbo land as well. They are not far from the truth. All these things are true. Oprah Winfrey was disappointed when she discovered that she's a Ugandan, that she came from Uganda. She was disappointed. What she said is that I thought I was Zulu. That's what she said. I thought I was Zulu. So I want you to understand that all these things you see, people are going to check their genetics so to see where they are going to move to when the problem is going to start. That's exactly what it is, because once you move and locate your people, they will welcome you. When the issue of this world of the wicked is coming to an end, it will be a lot of chaos, a lot of chaos. There will be climate change. You will not find a conducive place to live. So it is going to be a problem. That problem is what is happening today, to show you that our time is coming closer. But who is going to make us, you know, not to get to where we are going? It is those Confucianists who call themselves Ndo Menana. We don't have Omenana because they are created Omenana. What Matthias is doing, he's creating Omenana. That is what he's doing. It is he is replicating what the Roman Catholic did in our land. That is what Matthias is doing. Tell him I say so. He should go back and continue criticizing the pastor alone. He should just, when he was doing that, I love him for that. When he was doing criticism on the personal Christianity, I love him for that. But immediately when he started establishing pastoral church, that's when I noticed that ndị Igbo na-afụ opportunity in anything. You have to go. Ndị Igbo people see opportunity in everything. That is exactly the problem. That is the problem. I don't hate him. I will tell him the truth. Likewise, the one that I told him, many of you who follow me very well, you understand that the one called Mazidibia that I told, I was actually trying to invite him. The first time it was you people who are actually suggesting a debate. I told you that I wish to talk to him so that we will have a conversation about what he knows and what I know. Because iron sharpened iron, people suggested a debate. But that debate now, when people are suggesting it, when I kept on saying it, you know, his people and him in a different account, they were writing, to me something that is insultive. They were actually bullying me in my comment section. That's actually how it boils, that I told them if they want to have the debate, let them bring it on. If they want to call it a debate, let them bring it on. The next thing they have to say is that I have to put a stake of 1 million naira so that me and them will have a debate. Now, and I asked these people, if you want me to put a stake of 1 million for us to debate, when this is, what they call debate. I know, but I believe that what you call debate, what is a debate? You see these things now. I say that Nigeria is not good, and you say Nigeria is good. Then we will come and say, why do you think Nigeria is good? Or another thing you call debate is that you go to a particular topic where you and I are believing in one topic, but we are debating on who knows this topic more or who knows this particular thing more. That is a debate. But now it is actually a debate, a debatable topic. But now in a situation whereby you don't believe in Bible, even though you use it to teach your followers. You don't believe in Bible. You don't believe in the Bible text. You don't believe in the Bible history. You believe probably in the archaeological history, which I don't know which one you are, but most of the time when you quote, most of the things you quote, they are mostly archaeology and anthropology. And you also made mention of etymology, which is etymology is actually where you find, the definitions and the names of things. Now, I called him so that we will reason together, rub minds together to understand each other. They actually took it very personal. Came to my comment section, start bullying me. Some people come to tell me I should focus on the struggle. I am creating more enemy. They start insulting me. Of course, I am immune to insult of the comment section, but I have to respond to some of them. In the response that I am giving to some of them, I can actually educate you further. But most of them are ignorant. They don't even want to read what you write to them. The only thing, some of them will ask you that when God planted Adam in the land of Eden, does it mean that there is no other people there? Who is the wife of Cain? Who did Cain marry? Who did Cain marry? That's what they were asking themselves. And of course, there are many things to configure in these things. During the time of creation, is that God created people, planted them in a garden. In a garden is where you find other people, where you find life. In a garden where you find trees, fruits. So, if the God created people in the garden, yes, on Israel, just 1 minute. Let me finish what I'm saying. I will bring you in. So, if God created garden and there is trees there, so he is asking who is the wife of Cain. That's what these people they wrote in the comment section. They were asking now. Asking, do we believe in the Bible story of creating Adam and Eve as the first men on earth? But it was said the Bible is written on a metaphor that you need to use your head to decode the metaphor. So if you look into the Garden of Eden, he said there is fruit. There are fruit that you are asked not to consume. And what the Bible calls seed, fruit, and all these things, they call it sperm, they call it fruit, they call it, seed.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah, come in.
Hold on.
You want to come in?
Hold on.
Hello?
Good morning. Hold on. I want to say something.
Okay. Okay, come in. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, go on, go on.
People are talking about Adam and Eve, who is in the garden and all those things. Because I want to say something before Garden of Eden, like what you are saying about debate.
Yeah.
Debate, you are talking like when Nnamdi Kanu trying to gather our people. Nnamdi Kanu never request anybody about to debate with him to teach our people something they don't know. He teach them freely, like the scripture say, freely you receive, freely given. It's not something that you want to tell your people to liberate your people. You want to challenge money to do that. What is the essence of it? So if you are a true leader that you want to come to liberate your people, it's not something that you're going to require money from your people to show. Is it the money that you want to use to liberate your people or to use to liberate your people from the mental slave? Our people are sick in the head. That's why he said, heal the sick. Heal the sick because they are sick. They are fainted. Our people move like zombie. They don't know their left and right. And you, for people to come, let us come. Bible say, come, let us reason together so that we find solution of our problem. Because these people that say that they are teaching Omenane, which they don't teach Ordinane. In the ancient time, our people come together. Ezumezu, Ezuko, Abakalo, during that time, our forefathers, they come together. Are they debating with money?
It is about money.
They bring everything to table. Even if they talk it today, if they cannot finish it, they will put another date. Next time they will come. Because what they are doing is the unity of our people.
Exactly.
Gathering our people. Not to say to your brother, okay, if you want to talk to me, you have to bring money. You are showing superior to your brother that I know more than you. It's a grab. Nnamdi Kanu, our people say they are following. It's not doing all those things. Where are they learning all these things? Everybody want to show that. If some people buy more car, should want to show, I have more car more than you. That is the pride of our people. Even the people that build the car, they are not showing the pride. But our people buy the car from the owner, they start showing pride. And what pride brings is destruction. Like one of our brother was talking about Adam and Eve. and this bit, because the person that asking this question, he have never read the book. He don't know the book. He don't know the content of the book. And the same person have never asked himself, who did the Igbo marry? You say you are Igbo. Who did Igbo marry? Who be the Igbo? You answer Igbo, and you don't know the origin. But it's very simple thing that the two people, when like animal, if there is two animal or two birds, you put them together, male and female, they will start to multiply. There is no way people can multiply in the world where there is two people. Cannot these two people have sex and start to produce? How do you think people will produce? But in the same Bible tell you that Adam and Eve, they don't only Cain and Abel, they born. They have many children. People have never even read the Apocrypha, the place where white man took off the Bible. They have not even read normal Bible, which the one they have. They have not read it. Talk less of where they take out. How can they understand? And when you want to tell them, they will start commenting and calling names and all those things. When the Bible talk about this fruit, the fruit also, the law is the fruit. The fruit. By their fruit, we shall know them. What is their fruit? People don't know when the Bible used metaphor, proverb, wise saying, allegory, to talk something. They don't understand. And the people don't want to go from the milk, but they want meat. How can somebody don't even know the milk? The newborn baby that never know anything about history, then he want to start eating meat. He have never started drinking milk. When you born a little children, first you give him milk. Then before you start giving the children meat. But some people, they want to swallow meat before before the milk. It's not possible. That's why always Bible says, many are called, few are chosen. Not this, everything we are talking is not meant for everybody. It's the people that have wisdom, knowledge, looking for truth, searching for the truth. Not people that coming here everywhere. They want to see who is broadcasting. They will just trash rubbish and they put everything, whatever. They don't care, just insulting. But they don't know where somebody is going. They don't even want to hear to bring everything together. After discussion, after listening, they will go and do research on their own to see if what this person is saying is truth or not. But they will just dare to insult. Because like this, our brother said that Nsibidi. Now he's telling us that what is this name they are calling that people coming from the chimpanzee. Oyibo people telling us that from we are apes. How can we human beings come out from the animal? Are we born since our forefather is living, Igbo is living? Have anybody in Igbo land born animal and they look like a monkey? They look like a chimpanzee.
It's archaeology now.
How come have you seen any chimpanzee that born human being before? And this is the type of people are listening. And the people will not question Nsibidi of all those things. But they will come. Somebody is trying to put them in the line to wait, to balance it, to look from here and look from here, and know who is who get the truth. The truth. The truth is the only truth because yes. The truth is the life. If we don't have truth, we are not going anywhere. Now, so many people are challenging. Okay, who are we? Who are we? Then who is the Igbo? They cannot even mention who is the Igbo. They tell us Ndibo. Ndibo. While the Fulani is the Ndibo, then after they will take us to Egypt. And the people want to make say something. They say Kemet. So do we answer Kemet before? Is it any name called Kemet in the ancient time in the entire continent? Which white man give Africa today? There is no name give anything Kemet. Kemet just called for recent. So if that we everything from Kemet, okay, the Kemet is only for Egyptians. What about other? What about Ethiopia that's older than Egypt? Because our people, they don't reason. They don't reason who they are. They don't reason. Okay, these nations, all these nations in the world, if you tell them who is the father of Egyptians, they don't know. Who is the father of Ethiopia? They don't know. Who is the father of Arab people? They don't know. Who is the father of Chinese? They don't know. Who is father of white people? They don't know. And that the same people will come here in the comment center to make noise. Because we
Exactly.
are giving it to them freely, we receive freely given. But if it's something that they have to pay money to go to school, to study, go to library, and being day and night to study, that time they will pay big money to somebody to teach what you are teaching to them free,
It's true.
because they will not value it because they get it for free. And this is how it's supposed to be. Because we cannot know something and keep it for ourselves, then it will die. We have to bring people so that people will know what we know.
We
And
must
the
plant the
people will,
seed.
if there is the ones they know, they can bring it, we put it in the one we know. That so they will knowledge increase in the last day, like the scripture said.
Iron sharpeneth iron.
But they don't want that. They want everywhere. Hey, this one is fighting with this one. Hey, let us go to social media. This one is fighting with. We are not here to fight. We are here to gather our people, to bring peace. What will bring unity in our people. And the only thing that's going to bring unity in our people is for we to know who we are and keep law. If there is no law in the land that's going to hold us together, some people will shopping snake, some people will be killing, some people will eating monkey, some people will not eating monkey. If you are saying how can we gather together? How can we agree together? It's not possible for we to agree and come together if we don't have only one constitution law that guides us. And that law is what so many of our people are running out. Because that law will hold up everybody, including me, responsible. Because if we go to that book, they will say, the Igbo man copy our culture, history, put it in the book. Then let's go to that book and find what is written there and keep it so that we can go home. But our people, they don't want. Everybody, everything is advantage. Every small thing is advantage for our people. And that's why our people, they are wise to do evil. And this thing is what brings destruction in our land today.
They have the knowledge to do evil. Everything becomes opportunity for them. And it is very, very problematic.
That's what we are facing today. So all the audience, people that listen, no matter what somebody said, go and do your own research and listen and do your own research. Do your research diligently and keep everything in balance. Don't say that you like this one, you love this one. Be in the middle. Then you can weigh, you can balance it. Because everything like what you are bringing in the Bible to today, you will see this is what happening to us. And this is what in the future is going to happen. Because our people never think in this world. One day, how can we rule the world? How do we going to rule this earth? Is it every time we are looking for freedom, looking for freedom? So okay, if we get our freedom, which law are we going to use to govern all those nations that's going to come after Third World War, nuclear, they will destroy their country? Which law? Who is going to bring that law that we're going to use? Look what happened in the Afghan struggle today. Nobody want to hear from this one no want to hear from this. Nobody. Now, since they get the shepherd, the sheep, they scatter four corners of the earth. Everybody misbehaving. So which law are we going to use to guide? That is my question to them. They say return. Okay, return is to go and cut wood, tree in the forest.
And make it God.
Say, okay, this tree, I will talk to you. You become my God. I give you blood. I will give you this. That's what we're going to use to do for Igbo people as our culture in the land. It's not making any sense. Because so many of our people, they are too gullible. Sorry to use this word. That's the only thing they have in their head. If somebody has small paper, ordinary paper money, white man will print in the machine. Everybody, how much money do you have? Did you have money? How many followers do you have? That's the only thing they want to hear. Everybody,
these are the same people who are claiming they are teaching our people. They ask you how many followers do you have, how much do you have. Imagine it telling me that I should bring 1 million if I want to talk to Maazị Dibia. Onye ka Maazị Dibia wụkwanụ? Nke bụ ịchọzi talk
Okay,
tinye
you
nwe
bring
i
man,
bring.
but end of the day, they will criticizing pastors, they are taking tithe and offering, taking money to see pastors, taking money to see the native doctors. It's the same thing.
My brother is the same
What is the
thing.
difference? Instead of people to find reason, go to the history to find out what make our forefather fail. Okay, the same thing they are saying that let us do is what bring our forefather down. Because if this thing they are telling us to go and do, for we to go and do today, is what our forefather was practicing and they failed. What about us, our we today, that we are not even known?
No, we don't learn from our mistakes. You know, the problem is that the 1 million they are talking about is not even, it's not too big for you to, sacrifice to teach your people. But now one thing you need to, these people are actually unreasonable, because if you think about it, you will notice that the topic we are treating, there is no a source where the judge is going to confirm. There is nothing that will, there is nobody, or maybe they will invite God to be the judge. That is the topic we are treating. Are they going to invite judge to be the God to be the judge, so that the God will know who wins in the debate? Because he believes that Bible, he's anti-Bible, and I believe that my history is also found in Bible. Now, he believed that he is able to gather some of his archaeological names from somewhere, and now use it to replace the names that I will give him to the Bible. Now, who is going to tell us, Mwam, you have done well, you have won? Ngwa, take the money. Who is going to hold the money? He is maybe in Biafra land, I am in diaspora. So these people, the thing is that it doesn't even make sense for them to tell me I should bring 1 million naira for us to have a debate. It does not make sense.
Okay. Who is going to say who win for the debate?
Maybe they will invite God Ndo Menan. They will invite God Ndo Menan, or God Matthias of Church Matthias.
No, maybe they will invite white man also. Like he said, let us call United Nations, make they come and they see and they dig land and they come. The same white man you are calling that is not. And everything he studied it from the white man. The whole thing that he studied that make him to think that he speak English is from the white man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because any research he want to do now, like a Bible prophecy, you serve your enemy, Deuteronomy 28:48, in 1 to 14. That's why he said, okay, let us go and call white man, so that white man will come and do this. So he believed that white man.
Have you forgotten that is our people? Chinese people are not thinking about language of white man. They are thinking about going to do a research that will better their life. But our people will go and read a dictionary, carry it in their head. Read a dictionary, carry it in their head, so that when they come to talk to you, they will use the white man's language to intimidate you. That is the reason why, I prefer to even hear my history from somebody who did not attend school. I prefer to get a history from somebody who did not go to school than somebody who is overly educated. And then I go to dictionary fully and is will and others intimidate. You understand? So that is exactly what our people are doing. And I've seen many of them. There was a meeting we were attending. You find these people, on a short speech, they will speak a very good grammar. But if you stretch them, you find out that no dictionary can go fulunisi.
The same thing happened to all these pastors. When they come to congregation, they will just speak one grammar, beautiful nonsense. There will people will say, hey, this man, hey, now very educated man. Very educated man, when you open the Bible and ask him a question from the Bible, question him this in the Bible, they cannot even explain.
My brother, the country where you are, Are they speaking English there? Is it an English country?
No, there
The,
is not English country.
the answer is no. They don't value that English. They don't. You yourself, you have learned the language of where you are. You speak it so perfectly in order to use it to communicate to them. Because they don't value English. It is only us that values English, even to the extent of going to read dictionary. Have it on our head, using it to intimidate others in the name that we are speaking vocabulary. We are using vocabularies.
Somebody will travel to China, come back and telling you, yo man, what's up, man? Yo man. China na see yo man.
Hey, you get why? So, my brother, our problem is very, very huge. Our problem is huge. Before I debate with my brother, I have to stake 10 million, 1 million. If eji ekwukwere 1 million a bụkwa na ọ nwekwana ndị a na-anatụ. Ịghọtago? O nwere ndị a na-anatụ, but the only problem, the only thing I would do is that I am still open for that debate if they remove the brain of juvenile they have, if they can remove it from them. I am still open for that debate, so that we will just my you know my the reason why I was calling on that guy is not for to undermine him, because the way I pay attention to him was when he went to Namen TV, and I like the work the young man is doing. The family reunion that he's doing for our people, especially those in the coast. The work he's doing is so okay. So that's how when I noticed about the Mazidibia, but I heard some things that he said, which you know I found
It's
it that
contrary.
yeah, it is actually contrary to what I've seen. So that's why I wanted to actually have a talk with him. People suggested it's a debate because people speak English but they don't know the meaning of the English. You know, if they say it's a debate, I suggested I want to have a talk with the young man so that I want to know exactly what he is doing, what exactly where he's what does he mean by Obuga, because that is one of the things that caught my mind, my eyes, because I heard him say going to Obi God in Agurel, baptizing it immediately in front of the Ezeri, calling it Obuga, a person who tell you that God doesn't exist, and yet he Ezeri nọrọ a na-ege ntị. That is the reason why that was what caught me, and I want to listen to him. To ka mmalụgodo energy obe onye a na-eme operate, frequency ọ na-eme operate. It's not about that I want to undermine him, but they started manipulating the issue. Ndị akpọrọ onwe fa ndị omenala. Once that they understand that you are strong about your own belief, you are strong. The only thing they will start bringing is somehow intimidation. They will try to find a way to intimidate you. They will try to find a way to make it impossible to reach you, because I know very well that what I want to do is to reason with the young man and understand which attitude is he operating on. And it is not about to debate with him or to undermine him. What we are talking about is not debatable. Him and I believe that we should go back to our root. So there is nothing to debate about it. I thought he was educated because the way he used vocabulary, I didn't expect him to actually go through towards that direction of debate, because a debate is when I don't believe that we should go back to our root, then we have to debate on it. But we, two of us, believe that we should go back to our root. But now, the source of our information differs. You don't agree with my information. I don't agree with yours. All we need to do is to come together. Then you will give me a superior, argument that will enable me to believe you. You convince me to believe you. We are not debating. You convince me to believe you by telling me that this is how, showing me evidence, this is how our language was changed, or this is the reason why we are Igbo. This is the reason why you say Obi God is no longer Obi God, that is Obi Uga. You show me where you find it. Because they know that I will ask them, where did they find it? So that we will go and find it ourselves also and confirm it. Then we will bow to their own philosophy. If they can show me, I show them. Then if they are not ignorant, they bow to my philosophy. That is iron sharpened iron. So what is the big deal about it? That you are coming to my comment section telling me I'm chasing a cloud. Cloud of what? Cloud of what? Moreover, you're telling me I'm chasing a cloud because you are somebody who is able to, call 1 million for a debate. And you believe that no, you call 1 million to scale Judge Money off. I am Judge Money, my guy. But I don't engage myself in stupidity. I do serious business here. What we are into is serious business. It is not a joke. Awesome that now they, they said that the Reverend Father or whatever they debated with run away. The Reverend Father must run away because ndị kụziri ya ife ọ na-akụzi wụ ndị ọcha. So ka ego ga-esi bịa debate you can debate a Reverend Father does in fact the truth that they might know was suppressed by theology.
No, anybody that debates with Christianity, once he's come from Christianity, of course you can win.
You can win
because
them.
The Christianity don't have their ground. Yeah, because they don't base in the custom.
Yes,
the book,
even the
they are
book.
not practicing what is in the book.
Exactly. You can even use their book to win them. That is it. So anybody, if you debate with Christianity, you use their book and defeat them. They run away. So I am not a reverend father. I am not a theologian. I am not. What I am is an Israelite who want to show my people the way how we discontinued from our heritage. You now bring me a superior argument. That is it. But your juvenile ideology, which you are propagating, some of those ndo omenana. That's why they are ndo omenana. They are propagating to establish this new omenana in order to use it to extort. Yes, to extort money from our people. Omenala bụ ekwete unu kwete ome unu kwete ome arụ agba afọ bụrụ omenala. Or if mmadụ megide megide megide.
All these people that writing all these things, if you tell them to call on the call, they have the number to call. They cannot call.
No, they won't.
Just they're busy writing. Let them call. Let them call.
That is the
Let's
thing.
hear from them.
The number is on the screen. They will not call.
Yeah, if they are a good student, because how to know good teacher? If the teacher is not around, the students will continue from what they learn from the teacher.
Exactly.
So if they are good students enough, they are not even supposed to call this guy. They're supposed to come and represent because they are good students. But since they are not good students, the foundation is not strong enough. There is nothing to offer. They will just be there writing. Make a call. You are doing teaching all the time in the social media. Put the number there for anybody that wants to call. And they don't want to call. They cannot even talk in the public, but they will be in the social media.
Writing on the comment section. Because the guy, one of the guys that was writing to me, the guy was writing, the guy was speaking so eloquently. He was writing within, I believe within few minutes, he already wrote essay, as if he wrote it and set it somewhere. You just do copy and paste. The guy was writing so well, so easy. So I asked the guy that I am finding it difficult to respond to you because I am busy, and then Facebook is also hiding some of my comments. They withhold it before they release it. Can't we actually come online on a live broadcast so that we talk about these things? He didn't respond on that. He's the same guy who told me Adam and Eve, who did Cain marry? he will write so much essay. But I told him, let's have a broadcast. I don't know him. He's a comment section writer. But let me bring you. If it is not him, I know those are the people who are defending Mazidibia. which of course you don't know which one is him. When I told this guy, let us come and discuss this, that we are writing in the comment section, that every other person will hear us and they will learn, and we will also learn from each other. That's the way I put it to him. You know what he did? He didn't respond to that one, but he's responding to every other thing. Responding to every other thing. But he didn't respond to that. The only response they told me now is to bring 1 million for debate. That sounds so juvenile, immature.
That's why the scripture said the men of this generation will behave like children.
Why do you think that I don't know why elderly people today they are behaving like children? Look at it. If you come to think of it, how can um, Ezenry be there? This guy came and say that Obugad is no longer Obugad, is Obuga. Ọ na-eze nri enwere ancestor, o nwere onye chicha na owee chi, o nwere onye chicha na onye nke ahụ chịrị owee chịa. Ọ na fada agwa onwe fa history nke bụ na somebody ga-esizi ebe o si bịa chenjizi afọ unu.
Nwa na-ebu nri ya ụzọ amụta ndị ọkpara. The language fa na-asụ, the language they speak, and they say this is where everybody started. The first people that speak the same language, you people are our people from Abakaliki, they cannot speak like in the kingdom. Now they don't speak like in the kingdom, where everything started. Then you tell the person that where the language started, that is, you don't know how to speak that language. That you, that's coming from another place, have to come and teach him how to speak his language.
You came from
it's
somewhere.
Like somebody going to England and telling English people they don't know how to speak English. You have to teach them.
Exactly.
You have to teach them how to speak the English.
Or you're telling in English that your father is not, the name you are answering is not the name of your father. This is the name of your father. Our people get enticed. And you know what entices our people recently? Something that I have noticed that entices our people is that when you start bragging to them, once you start bragging to them, and I have seen the element of that in what these people are doing, but the only thing I am giving them an olive branch so that they should come and explain to me what they know. Me that is on opposite direction of what they know, and they are on opposite direction of what I know. If they want to invite me, they can invite me, but not to invite me and tell me we're going to debate and we have to put on 1 million. It is childish because we don't even know. I don't know what you know. You don't know what I know. And
my problem is that who is going to give the result?
That's the thing. Maybe they have the Arabunago. They will invite the Arabunago to get the result. So I don't understand. So in that regard, I am giving them another olive branch because now, if they continue to write jargon on my comment section, write jargon, when I can speak to you directly, invite you to come and challenge me directly, what I am going to do is that any move they make, I will bring it here and analyze it. I will bring it here and tell you the reason why they are making this move. Because
like Nsibidi, I was in his page last time, going down through his page, seeing what he was writing. He was writing about Apple, Adam and Eve eat apple. I asked the question, where did you see apple in that quotation? Since you're reading Genesis, where Adam and Eve eat apple.
Has said that now one man, the way I believe is where he said that only one sin. God is a merciful God, but he couldn't forgive the apple. One apple.
Okay, the apple. Where is the apple? End of the day, you people are saying, let us go back. Okay, why are we suffering? You say we are not, that is my question. Why are we suffering? What makes us to be suffering till today? We are suffering. Every day and night we are suffering. Because
Exactly. Ha sị gị na ihe na-eme gị ezi asọfa bụ na Baịbụl ndị ọcha butere gị.
Why on easy and suffer? All was the mkpali. Is it not an insult that a book is making you to suffer?
Only book.
Only book
Book is
is
making you to
making you to
suffer.
suffer.
You go to the palace and the agent himself wearing Israel custom is written in his everything that he was wearing.
You baptize
And you are
them.
there telling him
That
wearing fringes.
is
And
not.
you that come to teach your custom don't even have fringes. And the man has fringing is in his clothes. And everything is writing Israel. And the inside the palace where the man was standing, there was written with what was the name of this thing? Egayo. In ancient writing, that even them that living there, they don't know the meaning. With Egayo, it was written until the same Oyibo people come and read it and understand it. Oyibo people will never enter the land, come read them, understand the meaning, telling them the meaning of it.
True.
And they are here claiming that they ask them who is Igbo, they tell you Ndigbo.
Ndebo.
Ndigbo is in any weather. Where's that Igbo?
I know where these people, I know these people can irritate you, you know. They can irritate, even some of, there is somebody using picture of Nnamdi Kanu. You know what they told me? They told me that I should stop this issue of religion because you know why they're saying that? Those are the people when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is teaching, they will be listening. Instead of them to make a phone call to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to ask him a question, we don't believe in this thing you are teaching, oh. But they are telling you that if you don't come out from this thing you are preaching, you will fizzle away. They now making reference of one of my comrade that I will fizzle away like them. The person who is making reference of one of my comrade has never. I don't think they have actually, given this struggle anything. They will just be in the comment section. "Nah, Cheba ga-agba but he is telling you that you will fizzle away like one of their one of the comrade. He is saying people are fizzling away, but he is in the comment section defending Ndalusin and Domenan. Now I was thinking on a fizzle away because now he said that I am a religion fanatic.
A religion fanatic. But when they can using Bible to teach our people who we are, our identity that we are the Israelites, none of them come out.
No, they won't come out.
Nnamdi Kanu,
They are cowards.
they say that they are following. Nnamdi Kanu is telling you people with the Bible, reading everything that we are still reading to today, because it's not coming out from the mouth of Nnamdi Kanu.
No, they don't. These are the people. Why do you think there is autopilot today? People who are just coming there to listen to Mazen Namde Kanu's the way he speak, to listen to Mazen Namde Kanu's English, to listen to there are people who just come to listen to the way he speak. That's all. They are not taking in any of his teaching. Those are the type of people who will come and tell you. Of course, I know that Ndomen now Hanisi. They will even change their profile picture, start using Mazen Namde Kanu's picture just to prove a point. That's what they do, just to prove a point. And you find some of them writing to you, focus on your struggle, you are creating another enemy. Who is the enemy? That I have not finished fighting the enemy that I am fighting, which is autopilot. Did I ask them that I am tired of? I don't get tired of fighting evil. I can, if I see evil again, I fight it. I don't get tired of fighting Ndoshi. I don't get tired of fighting you. That is it.
No peace for the wicked.
Ha.
No peace for the wicked.
You cannot allow wicked to
Listen,
do.
what you are teaching is the same fighting about the freedom of our people. What will give our people the freedom is what
Exactly.
you are fighting, and it's what you are doing, and what you are teaching. So what's wrong with it? Okay, if you don't teach Bible now, they will say Bible is wrong. Then you stress the Bible. They say, why do you stress the Bible? The whole world is fighting only one book. Only one book, entire world. Even Chinese, they are fighting the same book. Everybody, one book. they will say, hey, our people, the whole world hate us. Why did they hate us? Why did they hate the Bible? If you use proverb to talk, some people will not understand it. They will still cry and say, why did he use proverb?
The whole world hate you because you are written in the same Bible that they hate. They know what you can do. That's why they're depicting whom you are. People are so proud to be whom you're supposed to be, but you are so proud to run away that thing that makes you great. That is the reason why there is the establishment of State of Israel in 1948. That
And
establishment.
if you ask people, what is the reason of these people fighting in that place? They will not even give any account.
But they are
like
supporting.
I asked one of
They are aligning with one of them.
I asked somebody a question today. Why did the people that are living in Israel today have one small package of land? Is it how the Israel land be before? Why today they have only small portion? Only small portion. What about the whole portion that they have before? Then 1948 they start to have one small portion. Why? Why is that? He said, hey, this thing makes sense. I have never even think about it.
And another one, somebody who is telling me, if Israel is 12 tribes, where are the other tribes? They don't ask themselves, because once you tell them you are Israelite, they think you're saying that you are the sibling of the white people who are occupying Israel. They never ask themselves, is it 9 million people that makes 12 tribes? They never ask themselves that. That's why
those people,
maybe they will tell you, maybe they will tell us that the Holocaust will finish the rest of the tribe. It is only 9 million left. I don't know what they are going to say. I don't understand.
The people that slave our own people, carry the slave ship to come, slave our people, occupy everywhere.
And they write the name of the slave ship Jesus.
Yeah. Which the Bible said that it will happen. And they come, it happened. And the same people that asking the question in the Bible, they read the Bible, they don't even understand what they are reading. And they are here to comment, to talk.
That's the problem. Man, on Israel.
Yeah.
I have to run. I think we have run it more than the time. We will meet it. We will start it again. We will not finish. We are not going to stop. But I will not allow those so-called Ndomenana to exploit our people. I will be their nightmare. Just as Facebook is suppressing me, that is the reason why it looks like they are thriving. Today, Facebook will release me. I will be their nightmare. They will not colonize our land. They will not bring a new doctrine into our land. I will be your nightmare. Ndị so-called ndị omenala, ndị oshi na ndị ama. Unu chiri ndị be anyị ọrụ. Unu bi unu na-echenjizi afa. Na nwata bunye okenye na unyori ma yochie ya anya. Mmadụ jezie na Agụleri gwa ndị Agụleri na ọbụla otu a ka unu si. Afọ unu abụrụ ya. Ovu nna ya ụzọ mụta dị ọkpara. Jide m ga-afụ igwe Agụleri, m ga-ajụ ya ka eke isi nọrọ ebe a. Nwatakịrị si ebe o si bịagwazie gị na afa nna gị abụrụ afa nna gị. Na afa nna gị agbanwego. Ọ bụrụ mkparị ka ọwụ mkparị na a very big insult. Ịgbachi ya nkịtị. Ịdịbọnkụrụ immediately. Ijere nara ya maịkị ahụ sị ya nwatakịrị a fichaa ọnụ gị. Fichaa ọnụ gị na ịkwụwa gị ọnụ. Mana onwe dị ka anyị na-ewere ya nwayọọ nwayọọ. Akwa 1 million a ha chọrọ ka anyị were bịa debate. Mgbe ha ga-agbọdo ma nke ha ọgwụgwọ na onwego ndị ha na-alụ 1 million ha ga-agbọchi ya. I will be your nightmare. You cannot bring alụsị. You cannot promote alụsị in our land. Judge money will be your nightmare.
No, alụsị na-eme production. Alụsị ya ewepụta oil. Alụsị ya create job. Alụsị ya create job. Because na alụsị na create job.
Exactly.
Alụsị na-ekiri ya eweta industry.
Ọ ịkụ ogene je ụka on Sunday. Ịkụ ogene nọ ịchaka.
Mm.
Kpụrụ ọmụ n'ọnụ. Gba egwu na street.
Etie mmọnwụ emego tradition,
Etie
emego
mmọnwụ.
custom. Anachighakwa ife na-eme ka na-eme. Onye chizi fọ ụtụtụ, onye ọbụla ya eburu nzu n'aka na-akpagharị. Onye ọpụta chifo otu onye ọbụla bụ mbe nnọọ nzu tebe n'ihu tee n'anya ma na ntị ya onye ọbụla tebe nzu iji anyị chifo ụtụ nọ bikos na ịdị ete nzu mere ka ahụ kọndishọn ji dị etu
Mba ha tewe n'izu na
mmadụ pụta ọsị nọ bikos na ote ha nzu ndị niile a na-ete nzu si nsịpa tebere nzu gịnị mere na paghị obodo adịghị mma
mgbe ihe ha na-ada ajụkarị ahụ ndị pastọ ịma na pipụl ha concentrate go on ndị pastọ na-afa ya ahazi ndị na-enwe ezi spirit people who does not have enough critical thinking or frontal lobe are not even functional. Once they hear these people talking about against the pastor, and these are the people who need approval to go and adopt alosi, the ways of the alosi. Once they hear them, they start following that trend. And the pastor, they will start criticizing in the pastor. Why are you criticizing in the pastor? Because you need the approval to go and do evil. The pastors, they are doing evil, but if you criticize them only to replace their evil, you are worse than them. That is it. Even when I speak it this way, they don't understand it because they don't have understanding. That's where they call me religious fanatics. Because when I tell them you want to sell nkita golem, even tuku kadena begi. Fasigi na if ever ga agwa gị na judge money or religion fanatic, ọ na-defend ndị Christianity. that is the only part.
But the Bible, they are against Christianity.
Exactly. The Bible is against it. It is a byword given to our people. Mazen, I think we will call it
we can call it a day.
Yeah, we are going to come back on another day. Let me just find something to put in the story.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. Thank you for coming, brother.
Udo. Peace. Shalom.
Peace. Shalom. A great and wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world, the family and the house of Israel, the Judah tribe and the house of Israel, who are called the Yahunda by other nations. Yakob, Umu Yakob, or the people who are called the Bantu people, or the people who are called Bakongo people, or people who are called whatever one you are called by yourself, you should know we are all one. And I know that many of us have been naughty where we find ourselves because of the hustle. But we know that one day, Chukwokikabiama is going to bring us together and establish us. The kingdoms that are lost, the lost kingdom will be found and reunited, and we are going to do great and exploit. Until we meet again, we will continue to educate our people. Don't forget to do your research. Click the like button if you are still there. Facebook suppression, we are managing it, we are keeping up, and we must continue. Bye for now.